First Vice President Tierney, thank you so much for sitting down with me at the last day of the Federation of Canadian Municipalities. As a homeboy, everyone's in Ottawa. How's it feel to have over about 2,500, I think?
Yeah, that's
delegates, trade people, descend upon Ottawa?
Well, first of all, thank you for filling our coffers. We do appreciate that, and I'm hearing great. You always wait till it's over. We still have a final day here, but I'm hearing really good things. Great conversations from everything from interprovincial to tariffs to funding for infrastructure, policing, and bail reform. It's been a very successful, from my mind, convention, but we'll get through the final day and see what happens.
Are the issues that you just mentioned the same issues that you're dealing with here in Ottawa?
Without a doubt. I think I've heard and I've spoken to many of those 2,500 people. I barely have a voice left. Yep. But certainly that is the theme. It's across the country from coast to coast to coast, and we need our federal partners. They're the ones that, again, I love to remind everybody, no one can tell me how much federal or provincial tax they pay. They can tell me to the penny what their municipal tax bill is, so we need the assistance of the other levels of government.
You were there when Prime Minister Carney spoke. You were also chatting with Melissa Landsman. It's a new era in Canadian government.
It is.
One of the big things that FCM has been pushing for the last few weeks or last few months, even years, is that new federal municipal relation. And it seems like that is on the table.
Certainly.
Are you optimistic about the future of municipal federal relations?
I certainly am. I think Prime Minister Carney is still quite new to the job. So again, I like the way that he's operating. It's about promises made, promises delivered, something I've always thought is a strength in leadership. So he'll want to make sure he has all the facts before proceeding. But there is encouraging news on that front, I believe. When it comes to our Conservative Deputy Leader, Melissa Landsman, terrific hot seat conversation with her. And with that chat, I think there's much opportunity, something I haven't seen in years. So we'll continue the conversations with the two major parties. Obviously, all parties are at the table because every vote counts. But I think they know our message loud and clear over the last few days.
So what do you do now? As First Vice President, or incoming First Vice President, fully for another year, what are you expecting to do to ensure that the conversations that happened here, the networking that happened here, the programs that happened here, don't just end the moment people get on that train, get in their cars, or get in the planes?
Yeah, great question. There will be immediate follow-up from myself and the table officers with my official role, officially becoming First Vice President today. It will start right away. We'll have our meetings within a couple of weeks with our table officers, make sure we have a follow-up strategy, make sure we keep them informed, especially as we lead up to a possible fall budget. We want to make sure all parties are pressing on what they're hearing so they can bring that information to the House and make sure that we see something related to municipalities in those three categories on the books so we know that we could provide for our citizens.
I'm hearing a lot of conversations inside rooms and even in the hallways that this is the first convention for a lot of delegates this year.
Yeah.
It's in the national capital right after an election, but they want to see what FCM is all about. From a city perspective, a city council perspective, what does FCM do for the city of Ottawa that it couldn't do for itself?
It puts itself on the national stage. We have many of our staff that have done an amazing job doing presentations. We've got to showcase some of our own local politicians, Catherine Kitts on the rural front, Sean Devine coming out and speaking about permeable laneways and walkways. We have our elected specialists, but we also have our staff, our amazing staff, giving real case examples and showcasing our city with our tours. They've been very popular, almost all sold out, so maybe a little too popular. But at the same time, I'm very proud of our city and what we've done over the last few days, and hopefully that will carry forward to the next convention in Edmonton.
Well, I just want to speak about Edmonton because it's the Alberta-based show.
Yes.
You will be ascending to the presidency in 1 year's time.
Correct.
What are you going to do this year to set yourself up to make sure you build on the success that Rebecca Bly is this current president and Scott Pearce, past president, Tini Murdoch before him, doesn't go away because all the weight's going to be on your shoulders in 1 year?
It's certainly, yeah, no pressure, Chris. Thank you. Look, I think over the last year, I've made a very big commitment, especially to our rurals. And I've crossed paths with you so many times out in the prairies, out west. I've even been out east. It's that commitment to rural. And you've seen it here during this. You've gone to many of these conventions. Have you ever seen so much rural? We're talking rural plenaries. We're talking rural budgets. We're talking rural press releases here in the National Capital. Remember, we're 2,700 square kilometers. We got a lot of four-legged friends here too. So certainly that will be my commitment, because rurals are a big key to what's happening in the States. Whether it's potash, whether it's farm equipment, whether it's produce, we're going to have to be very self-reliant. We're going to have to look at ourselves as a nation, break down those interprovincial trade barriers, and depend on ourselves probably for the next few years. So rural, making sure that we're all speaking as one country, one voice. National prosperity is our theme.
Last question before I let you go, because we're in the middle of day 4 and the events are about to kick off here. Are you optimistic about the future of municipalities as you network with people here and as the future unfolds? Because there's a lot of challenges I'm hearing on the table right now. And from what I hear from all past presidents I've chatted with on the show, these issues haven't gone away, but they're only getting worse.
Yeah, I agree. Look, in many years of participation with FCM, we've seen multiple things on the table where we want to move in certain directions and be progressive as cities, whether it's electrified buses, rail systems. We pushed for a lot of that in the past. Those were, I don't want to say nice to have, they're very critical. But you've seen a pivot. These things that are on the table now are required to ensure that we actually succeed as municipalities. When I'm talking crime and bail reform, when I'm talking infrastructure and sewage and pipes that are failing, when I'm talking about, obviously, we're looking at the housing crisis. We need this now, or we're going to fail our citizens. So we'll be making that very big push. I feel very optimistic, though. I think everyone recognizes it's going to be a very tough 3.5 years remaining of an American president, but we'll continue those relationships and build on that. And next year, I think we'll hopefully be even in a better position.
Well, Councillor, First Vice President, I want to thank you so much for sitting down with me. We'll probably see each other on the road in the next few weeks, next few months, probably over the next year. So thank you so much for chatting.
Thank you so much, Chris. I appreciate it.